Come on down. No, you don't. You don't.
Ooh!
Again, with the head.
It's your head and your feet. Good afternoon, and welcome back to the farm. Transition days are hard. They're kind of a mixed bag. So I sent our first 6 rabbits off today to be processed because I'm in no shape to do it myself this time. So I found a very nice person who offered to do it for me. And even though I'm not doing it myself and it's not happening here, I still feel that ending. And that's how it should be. I think if you ever get blasé about it, then it's time to get out of the business. But it is giving Julia and her 5 chance to spread their legs a bit. So now they get to, for a week or so, they'll get free reign of both the indoor and the outdoor run. While Lydia's new batch of 10 or 11, we couldn't get a really good count because people were getting a little anxious. They'll stay in the crate where they can be safe for another week or so. And then we'll close Julia and her 5 into the outdoor run, and Lydia will have the indoor run with her little ones because they are definitely going to need more space. Julia's are not due to be processed until mid-July. Lydia's will be due in September. And we're going to breed Julia again this week for the last batch for the season, and those will go for processing in October. I will probably do those myself, those last 2, or I'll attempt to, just because I need to know if I can do it myself. Plus, this guy who's doing it is doing it for a very reasonable price for me, and he drove out and picked them up and will bring the processed meat back to me in the next day or 2. But because of the way he butchers, we can't save the pelts. And I really want to be able to use as much as possible. So I would much rather be able to process them myself. But that's one of the projects for this week is, there's Gimli, got to make his appearance. I have Crow and their husband are coming up tomorrow for a couple of days, and we are going to start the process of preserving rabbit hides. It will not be gory necessarily. The first step that we'll be working on is actually kind of boring. But we'll do that in the next day or two, so I'll save that for then. But it's kind of it's like a 2-week process to do the whole thing, so we won't get it all done this week. And I was very fortunate, as I've said before, when you're living this kind of lifestyle, self-sufficiency is a myth, and you need to make friends with your neighbors. And I am very grateful that I had 2 of my neighbors. Keith across the street came over and mowed my yard and the garden pasture for me today, since my mower is out of commission until, well, they can't come to pick it up until the end of June. And the last time they had it for 6 or 8 weeks, so I don't expect to get it back until August. So I'm going to need help with the mowing for the next couple of months. And then my neighbor Lou came over just to check on me, but also to lock in for my firewood delivery for this winter. So he's going to provide me with 3 full cords for, what did he say? $210 a cord. This is as opposed to a face cord. He was charging me $65 a face cord. So then it's 3 face cords to the full cord. Plus he delivers and stacks it for me. So I am thrilled to have that locked in for the winter. He asked if I wanted him to start bringing it over. And I'm like, well, because I really want to get a permanent firewood rack built to store it this year, instead of having it just between the stakes outside like we had last year, because we lost a lot of it to being frozen into the soil. So I really want to get something that's a little bit raised, but that's not a project for this month. That'll be a July-August project, and we'll just hold off on worrying about that until I'm more mobile. So today's a busy day here. I'm blessed to have Moss back helping me. We're planting, well, they're planting some of the veggie starts that I had for church that didn't sell this time. I'm just sticking them in the ground to fill in some holes in the brassica beds. Something has been getting out from under the shed. There were 2 gaps under the shed, and something, probably a groundhog, got out and munched the tops off of all of my Brussels sprouts and all of my parsley starts, and I think did a job on my cold weather crops, the kale and the chard. So that was frustrating. Xander was having an issue getting the sprinkler out to the far side of the garden, so I swapped the hose that the sprinkler was on for a shorter length, or for a longer length hose. So now we've got that going out to do that part of the garden. This isn't the best time of day to water. It's 11, but it's so dry that I just really felt like I needed to get a start on it. So we'll let that water for an hour. It's just, the only thing that's up over there is the garlic and onions, and so I think they'll be okay being wet when the sun is out. But I really want to get those corn seeds well soaked so they'll actually come up. It's been 2 weeks and nothing's up yet. So that's frustrating. I think this is going to be another frustrating garden year. Last year, there was so much I couldn't do because I was so sick, so I got really behind. And this year, the foot is just slowing everything down. But we're going to get something out of it. The tomato starts that I got from the nursery are looking pretty good. And I'm going to show you these clips that I got to attach them to the trellis. The ones I started are all still looking pretty puny. So I don't know if next year I need to start them earlier, if I need to not start them in the seed snails, or how I'm going to do that next year. But the asparagus is gone absolutely mental. I need to put stakes and string in to keep them up out of the path. And we're waiting on the strawberries. The strawberry flowers all are passing by, and there's a couple of little fruits here and there, but it'll be a week or so before they ripen. So we've got time on that. Start by saying Crow and Ken are here for just a couple of days. They got here yesterday afternoon and they'll be leaving tomorrow afternoon. So just a short stay, but Crow really wanted to come up. they were supposed to come up for longer, but work interfered, and they were really fortunate to be able to at least get these couple of days off. So I'm grateful to have them whenever they can come up. But they were out hanging out with the rabbits last night and noticed two very sad things. Well, one very sad thing and one slightly scary thing. The very sad thing was they found a baby rabbit with its head stuck in the wire between the indoor run and the crate area. But like it was going from the crate area into the indoor run, and it was gone. And it looked younger than the oldest rabbits I have right now, but older than the babies that I have in the crate right now. So all I can think, when we moved Julia into the crate, when she was being so aggressive, I thought she had 7 babies. And she only had 6, and I couldn't figure out what had happened to that other baby, but I'd had an issue with her dragging babies out of the nest and leaving them out on the hay to fend for themselves while they were in the indoor run. So I presumed that this was another situation of that somehow she had dragged this one out during one of the escapes, and we never noticed it. It was wedged kind of behind Gordo's crate, so it was hard to see. But the scary thing was, later on, they were back out there, and they noticed one of the brand new babies out on the tiles outside of the crate that Lydia was in with her babies. And Crow figured out that there's a gap between the floor of the crate and the wall of the crate, and it's not a big gap, so full size or even 5-week-old rabbits can't get through it, but the baby rabbits can get through it very easily, and I think that 2 to 3-week-old could have gotten out as well. So Crow has zip tied that shut, and we're keeping an eye on it for the next few days. If we have another issue of a baby falling out, we're going to move all of them into the indoor run. We're going to move Julia and all of her babies into the outdoor run, just so that everybody is safe. And I've got a couple of other things I'm going to do to keep them safer going forward. I'm going to get a board to like a 6-inch, like this kind of board, like a 1x6, and screw it in along the bottom of the wire on the indoor run, because I don't know, I don't remember if I showed you, they've been pushing through the wire and getting out that way, which I've tried stapling that shut and it seems to be holding for now, but I don't think that's a permanent fix. So I'm going to put some boards all along that bottom, which will prevent any more escapes and also allow me to do a little bit deeper deep litter method for them. And then I'm going to order a new brooder crate that's an actual rabbit crate. What I'm using right now are dog crates, which for the most part, again, for the adult rabbits is fine, but not when I've got babies. So these ones, the wire goes all the way to its 1/4-inch holes, goes all the way to the bottom. It's a heavier gauge wire, so none of the rabbits will get sore feet on it. The holes are small enough that their paws won't go through it, so it'll be a much safer way to keep the babies. Again, the older rabbits are fine. Their feet are big enough that they aren't going through the grating and the wire on the dog crates is really heavy gauge because it's got to hold a dog. So that's been fine for older rabbits, but I need to rethink my process for the babies. Everybody is doing well. The older babies are adjusting well to being out in the outdoor run, and they'll go out permanently in another week or so, week and a half. We'll move them out there permanently, and then we will move Lydia and all of her babies into the indoor run because they're going to need that space. So we've got a couple of things that we want to do today. Whether we actually get to them or not, we'll see, and I'll share with you as we get to them. Okay. So these went straight into the bag. They're not all the way thawed yet. So you see the membrane that I'm talking about? It's got this fat on it.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to peel off.
Gotcha. I think I'm going to go with the knife first.
And you want to do it. I have no idea where their legs are. Oh, there's a leg. Okay, there's a leg.
Yeah.
There's a leg. Okay. Now you see how delicate this is?
Yeah.
It's cutting through really easily. So we want to be really careful about scraping these. And especially towards the edges. Okay. So there's our beautiful fuzzy pelt. Okay. So you're going to start at one of the edges, and you might be able to just start pulling.
Gotcha.
And you pull what you can. And then you're going to take your whatever edge. And you don't want to do it too hard because you don't want to go through. But so you might maybe peel it up like that and work it. It's better to tear the membrane than the skin.
Gotcha.
See, I just tore right through the skin.
And it's okay if we mess up because it's our first time.
Because we're learning, right? And you just work it little bit by little bit until either a piece comes off or you can get the whole thing off.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Hi, buddy. Just camera shot.
Okay.
But that means I have to start over here. And over here does not come over.
Stop being so fluffy.
Stop being a beautiful, beautiful pelt. When does it go from being a pelt to being
coming out from the other tree. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, wow. Oh, the rainbow's actually going into the tree line. That's so cool. Ken! Come on and see this! Now I'm bringing them out. I've been recording. I'm also being rained on as I'm recording this. The rainbow's going into the mountain because of the clouds that are evaporating.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Right? I think we found our pot of gold. And there's sort of a double rainbow. Can you see it? Kind of coming out from this tree. Out from that one there. Going up. Oh, wow. Every time I zoom in, though, can't see it as well. Oh, well, I guess you can. Look at that.
Like as if I was gonna give him treats.
Good morning. It's our final day here. I was supposed to be here for 4 days, but situations happened. And we're only here for 3. And I'm checking on the rabbits, you know, new babies. Well, there are eggs back here. And I knew that they were going to lay eggs in a stupid spot. There they are, you can see them better. And I knew it. We were looking for them. Oh, there's a third one, actually. I think there's some crushed eggs here. Mom said she's waiting for them to lay eggs in the toilet because they're silly and goofy. And those chickens like to lay eggs in the silliest of places. Point taken.
It's Crow and Ken's last day here, and I woke up at 4:30 in the morning with a lightning bolt from the sky. I've been having a real problem with the chickens destroying the flower garden out front. I caught James yesterday digging up all the snapdragons we had just planted at this end of this bed, and I literally had to resort to throwing things at him to try and get him to leave it alone. And he wouldn't. So I remembered I have got 300 feet of chicken netting in the shed from when I had it around the garden, and the extra one to expand the chickens outdoor run. And so I figured, well, let's just see if we can get it to fit around the bed that I have. And initially I was trying to leave space at the ends of the beds so we could push the mower through. But then I realized, well, why don't we just push the fencing right up against the beds and then we can just mow from the outside. And that seems to have worked out really well. And it let me know that my garden is almost exactly 100 feet long, because the only space we had left when we put it up against the beds was the exact space we needed for this fence, or this gate. Now this gate is for the chicken run that I have currently, so I'll need to order a new one of these to go out there. This is theoretically temporary. I want to build a wattle fence around this just to be a little more aesthetic, but this is not the time to be cutting willow, and I need to get different materials for the uprights for that, and I'm going to need a lot of them because I'm going to need probably 40 of those, 35, 40 of them, if I want to put them every 3 feet all the way around to be able to weave in the willow. So that's going to require going out, cutting saplings, cutting them to length, and driving them into the ground. So that'll take a little time to collect those. So that'll be a fall project. But for now, this seems to be working well. The only thing it doesn't keep out is Gimli, who's able to get underneath the fence. So far I haven't seen any chickens in it. I do need to fix the bottom wire here, because either a rabbit or the chickens kind of chewed through some of that netting over the winter. But I have a repair kit out in the big shed. I just have to come and do it. Unfortunately, it is 85 degrees and 80% humidity. So we are now in flop mode. We're just sitting under the fans. All the windows in the house are open. And we're just going to veg out for the rest of the day. Even Moss, it was going to come over and help me in the garden today, but it's just too hot. So we're calling it for this week. So that's it for today. Tomorrow, I get my cast replaced. So we'll see if I remember to record getting a new cast tomorrow. Top off.
Yeah. Was this causing?
Yeah,
issues?
it's pressure from the,
The gas?
yeah.